What's up? Welcome back to Nostalgia. Dave here with a review of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Season 5, the final season, starting off 3-episode premiere on Amazon Prime Video. Man, Maisel's finally coming to the end. I think Season 4, which we reviewed here, liked quite a bit. I thought it was the second best season of the show. It was kind of a effective reset point and made me optimistic for this show's conclusion. The early going, though, of Season 5, I have a bit more reservation now. And I think what's important to remember with Maisel is that this is a series that has its flaws, has its indulgences, and at this point, we cannot expect those things to change or go away. The show is what the show is, and I think this show having an effective send-off, effective final season, is largely going to center on how character relationships and character arcs are paid off, and whether we find those things satisfying or not. It's really going to be a case of wait and see. You know, the early going, watching Midge once again like take a job that's kind of ill-conceived, get into her Midgeisms and make those classic mistakes we're used to seeing from her. It's going to be a bit frustrating, right? The things I'm looking forward to, and frankly, for that matter, we very quickly had Stephanie Sue as May leave the series, right? Her and Joel's marriage and pregnancy, for that matter, seemingly called off, and would not be shocked if we never see her again on the show. I was kind of looking forward to that because, while I haven't been a huge fan of the main character, of course, Stephanie Sue just had an amazing year. Everything Everywhere All at Once, she was tremendous, Oscar nominated, rightfully so. I was looking forward to her maybe bringing something new to the main character in season 5. Alas, that doesn't seem to be in the cards. Also, in the first episode, I believe, or the beginning of the second episode, I forget. Um, Midge encounters Lenny Bruce, played by Luke Kirby, of course, at the airport. Really cool, of course, to see an old school airport set up in the 60s, back when it was way less secure. Just a funny uh, time capsule moment, as the show can do from time to time. It's a period show. But seeing them connect after everything that happened at the end of season 4, which was very effective and was a huge moment of payoff for fans of the series, seeing them connect as Lenny's about to go off to LA. LA, of course, where Lenny Bruce tragically overdosed in real life. A bit worried that we're not going to get any more payoff on this relationship, a relationship that fans are really invested in because of the tremendous chemistry between Rachel Brosnahan and Luke Kirby. That's something we're rooting for. We want her to be with Lenny, even though we know Lenny will not be here for long. I am not rooting for her to get back with Joel, but it seems beyond a shadow of a doubt that they're doing everything they can to redeem Joel and get them back together. I don't know. What's interesting about this series, season 5, for the first time, every episode is starting with a flash forward to the future, and we encounter one of Midge's kids, adult Esther, talking to her therapist about her dislike of her mother. We encounter an interview in the 80s, Midge talking to 60 Minutes about her life, and we learn through this flash forward that Midge has had success, Grammy winner, Emmy winner. She's also had multiple marriages. She's had moments of controversy in her career, but we find out that she ultimately becomes that star in the time to come. And yet, it doesn't seem like this series is ever going to show us those moments, going to tell us about those moments in these flash forwards. That's a very interesting choice. And to me, a bit anticlimactic to find out Midge does make it. Maybe she does become the stand-in for Joan Rivers she's often been positioned on as this show. And yet, we're not really going to see that manifest because we're going to spend some more time with her in the early 60s, and that's that. I don't know how that sits with me. It seems like this is going to be a bit of like a Forrest Gumpy season, with Midge meeting many, many more famous people, as some of the advanced reviews are letting on. And yet, the one famous person she already knows really well, Lenny Bruce, seemingly will not be spending a lot of time in the season. Very annoying. Reed Scott from Veep is a series regular this time around as Gordon Ford, the Tonight Show version standing on this show. I don't know how much true dramatic stakes are there on this series. We got to meet Milo Ventimiglia's character back again. Having him and Midge connect again. I don't know, like the Gilmore Girls and Amy Sherman Palladino previous series, like alums appearing on this show feels a bit indulgent because the things we care about, I want to see paid off. it's a bit frustrating that Rose is still spending time dealing with like the matchmaker, like mafia people this season. Like I was hoping for a new storyline for her in this final season. I don't know. Obviously, Abe is still amazing whenever he's on screen. Tony Shalhoub is so good. Love him. But yeah, I'm feeling like so on how this season's starting off, and I'm wondering if they're going to try and use all these flash forwards to pay some stuff off for us, but just makes it feel like the stuff we're watching in the moment, in the present time version of the series, feels like less important. I don't know. So I got to see more, I guess, to really see how this pays off. But at least they're not shying away from the fact that Midge is a terrible mom. You know, as we're going to see with the adult versions of her children not having good things to say about her and how things went. So that they know who Midge is. The Sherman Palladino knows what this character is, but man, I don't know. I have a bit of reservation about where this is going to go, and I think ultimately it might come down to like how effective the Lenny send off ends up being. You know that's going to be big. Also, the flash forward 60 minutes moment made it clear that Midge and Susie did not stay uh, close in the future. And Susie ended up having a very successful management company with other famous clients, but yet they drifted apart. We have to see that pay off in a meaningful way on the series. You can't just tell us that happened and think that's going to be enough. So we will see for the final season of Maisel. But let me know how you're feeling about the season 5 premiere. What are you most looking forward to seeing paid off? And for more TV reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.